Well, you've been out here rail fanning with Walter today. We got 3 trains, not a whole lot. There's probably more coming, but it's a hot day. I'm fixing to proceed towards the house. We're driving through Jackson, Georgia. Well, I was talking earlier about fishing. Figured I'd take the time to tell you a story. This one regards fishing. I grew up in Brevard County, Florida, primarily. I lived there from the age of 10 till I went in the Navy. And hardly a summer day went by that I wasn't at the river fishing. That was my pastime. I loved to fish. Had a standing rule in the house. If I brought anything home with scales on it, my mother would clean it. That burr, I had to clean it. We'd bring home fish just about every time we went fishing. Bring home speckled trout, whiting. We didn't care. We'd bring home a sailor's choice. But it was good fun, free entertainment. Nowadays, a kid can't do anything without a computer or video game in his hand. When I went in the Navy, one of the ships I was on was the USS Jacana, J-A-C-A-N-A. We had a few fishing rods stored away for recreational purposes when you wasn't on duty. And from time to time I'd drag one out, fish off the side of the ship. We were anchored somewhere, nothing better to do. We got down in the Caribbean. We had an Admiral on board with us at the time. And I think it was mainly to entertain him. The captain decided we were going to spend the day fishing. We pulled off the coast of this little Caribbean island. I say Caribbean, a lot of people say Caribbean. About a couple of miles out, dropped anchor, and there was a half a dozen of us out there fishing off the side of the ship. We had a big, brand new garbage can, never used, shiny new. We were throwing all our fish in there. We were catching drums, different kind of fish. I didn't even know what they were. They range anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds a piece. It wasn't long. I hooked into a big one. I'm trying to muscle that fish up towards the surface. And pretty soon everybody else put their rods down to come over there and see what I had. I fought him for about 5 minutes. Got him up what I thought would be close to the surface. And all of a sudden my line went slack. I realized the Admiral was standing there looking over my shoulder. He said, it got off. It got off. No, there's something still on there. It still got some weight on it. But it was spinning around and around. And there's a reeled up to where you can see it. Down there, that Caribbean water is real clear, like looking down in the swimming pool. I could see what it was that was coming up. All I had left on my line was a fish's head. The rest of him was gone. The head cleared the water. It was dripping, still dripping blood. Looked down in the water and a big, huge barracuda. He must have been 6 to 8 foot long and followed that trail of blood up towards the surface. He had attacked and ate my fish while I was struggling to get him to the surface. Admiral says, move, let me put my pole in there, I'll catch him. I kind of laughed, I couldn't help it. He looked at me funny. I said, Admiral, if he eats your little piece of shrimp after he done ate my whole fish, we in a world of trouble here. But he threw his hook in there and tried to catch him. When you're in the military, and you're talking or discussing with an admiral, you just don't laugh at him. That ain't good practice. You don't laugh at an admiral and get away with it. But I did. I just thought I'd share that little story with you.